Ole Miss head coach McPhee-McCuin, along with Christine Iwuala, will coach. You can offer a quick opening comment,
Sure.
and we'll take questions for Christine. Go ahead, please.
Again, grateful to be here in this tournament. I've really enjoyed coming to Greenville. Just really cool stuff, and I feel like it grows. The city grows every time we come, and so grateful that we were able to come out with no injuries tonight. Well, some scratches and stuff, but no injuries, and looking forward to our next opponent.
All right, Christine tonight, 8 of 8 from the field. That's a career best shooting night for her, on her way to 18 points and 9 rebounds for the San Antonio Junior. So, okay, questions for Christine. Right there in the middle.
You held Auburn to only 6 points in the first quarter. Just kind of curious, what was, I guess, the momentum that you guys had from the jump? And then obviously snapping a 4-game losing streak is huge. What will that do, heading into tomorrow momentum-wise?
Yeah, I feel like just the emphasis that we had, we kind of lost like the dictate and disrupt portion of ourselves, and I feel like Coach Yo really did a good job of just reminding us who we are and just really just establishing that from the jump. I feel like it was good throughout the first half, but just continuing to just keep that going throughout the second half.
Christine, I was going to ask Coach this, but did you like how your minutes are really balanced? You look at that, nobody played more than, say, 24 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to pay off, I assume, going forward.
Yeah, I mean, that feels really good to be. I'm not, feeling as fatigued as, usually throughout the in-season and everything. So I feel like it's good that we've been loading our minutes like that.
Yes, all right. Anybody else for Christine? Well, there, right there. One more.
If I remember correctly, I think you had 18 points the last time you faced Vanderbilt. Just what kind of worked for you? Obviously, second time around is not always going to be the same, but what will be kind of keys for you going into that rematch?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the same thing that we had, just the mentality that we had to just continue to be our identity, dictating and disrupting throughout all 4 quarters. I feel like in the first half in Vandy, it was kind of a similar story where we did really good in the first half, and then the second half we kind of slipped a little bit, and just continuing to just refocus and continuing to just dictate and disrupt every possession.
All right, Christine, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Head back to the locker room. Questions for Coach. So, Coach, I'll start off with, like I said, you feel like it's a best-case scenario, looking at how your minutes look on that box score?
Yeah, I was intentional. At the end, I had to put them back in just to, because Auburn was playing so hard,
right.
and that's what we expect, right? So I've seen crazy things happen, so I had to put them back in, and I didn't want to. But nevertheless, yes, I've been in this. This is my 8th year in this tournament, so I kind of, and I've, for the most part, got out the first round, and I know what it feels like to advance and get to the semis too. So when you have the game under control, you have to rest them and hope that the other group can hold the line, so you don't have to put them back. And if you do, we played some zone so that we could because Auburn started to just put their head down and drive. So we went ahead to our zone so that we can kind of manage the drives and put ourselves in a position where we're not playing someone for, over 24 minutes.
Gotcha. Yeah, looks good.
Coach, you mentioned that 4-game losing streak coming into the SEC tournament. Kind of what was your mentality coming into this game with that losing streak and, not being, not falling victim to kind of maybe a dark horse or a team that, was in the first round and you getting that first round bye?
Who mentioned the 4-game losing streak? Because I hadn't thought about it. We lost we lost to Texas A&M. I don't even remember who we lost to. This is a new season. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my mindset. I could care less what happened yesterday. I mean, I'm on today. Today we won, and we went 1-0. Fans care about stuff like that. People that are outside care about stuff like that. I don't care about that. You know what I care about? This is our 5th 20-plus win season. This will be our 5th NCAA tournament in a row. And we have a chance to continue to go 1-0 and see what happens. That's what I care about. Hadn't even thought about it.
Talk about the big edge you had on the boards. That had to be huge for you, 40 to 23 rebounding edge.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to. Usually, when we play a team like Auburn that is very phenomenal at driving the ball, we usually try to pack it in.
Yeah.
And this game, it wasn't about trying to like beat Auburn per se. It was about making sure our mentality is the way we need it to be, which is Ole Miss women's basketball. We dictate and disrupt. So the first time we held them to 45 points, and I think we had like 52 rebounds. But tonight, it wasn't about how much we beat them by. It was about us being aggressive and having a mentality and setting a tone for my players. It was more me saying, this is how we're going to play moving forward. Than trying to win the game per se, because we or make it look a certain type of way. You get what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we want to just go 1-0, and I liked how we came out, and everybody in the arena felt it, especially in that first half.
Right there.
Going off of what you said about it being a new season, I imagine that sort of that mentality is, okay, yes, you beat Vanderbilt once, but they're playing it's a new game, sort of like that. I guess It's not your first SEC tournament. It's not the first time. It's a quick scout, but just what are sort of essentials that you need your team to have, regardless of how Vandy plays tomorrow?
Yeah, exactly. For us, we have to really just be ourselves. I asked the team before I came out here, I said, tell me about Vandy. And they were able to, it wasn't that far back. It's not like we played them earlier in the season. We played them when we were in Birmingham, when we were displaced for, those 12 days. So, that was recent. So they were able to tell me to scout, which was really good. Tonight, I asked them to just watch the game so that they can be refreshed. But as far as we're concerned, we want to dictate and disrupt. Cody, I love the type of game she had tonight, 13 points, 6 assists. That means people are making the shots when she passes it to them, and she's being intentional about, creating for others. Anytime we get, I like us to be in the 20s from assists, but we were at 16. I was really happy about that because, Cody has established herself just like how Michaela Blake's has. And so there's going to be a lot of attention on her. And I just loved how she just trusts her teammates, and it was almost seamless. She got hit in the eye pretty bad, but other than that, I didn't even see her break a sweat. She was really just so under control and intentional about everything she did. And if she does that, she'll come out with more fire, I'm sure. But if she does that, we'll be in good shape, because this whole time that we've been going through our games, our team has just been developing confidence and learning about themselves. And I think that's how you beat a team like Vanderbilt.
Any other players you want to recognize tonight, Coach, from what you saw on the court?
Yeah, I mean, it was happy. I was happy to see Lauren. She's from the state. 8 points, 4 rebounds. She came out and played really hard. I was just really pleased with our team. It looks like we had a letdown in the third and fourth, but we're just building that stamina, because we hadn't been dictating and disrupting. We hadn't been getting up after it, but I felt like we were today. So the goal is to continue to build this. And if it works tomorrow and we get to play another game, we're going to continue to do it. If not, we're going to continue to do it, so we prepare ourselves for when we get outside of the SEC for March Madness.
All right, well, thank you, Coach. We'll see you back here tomorrow.